Hello, it's so good to see you here again today. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Just wanted to touch base and say Happy New Year, and I hope you've all had an amazing Christmas and an amazing New Year. For me, it was wonderful. I was able to take some time out and spend a lot of time with family, which meant a lot to me. So it's always about family and about quality time with them, of what I can do with them and how I can make memories with them. So I hope you've been able to do the same with yourself. And I look forward to hearing about some of that and what you've been able to do. As a side issue, for those that are affected by the bushfires here in Australia, my heart really goes out to you. It is so hard to imagine what those inside that firestorm, that have been affected by the firestorm, are feeling, and the devastation that they've been feeling. I suppose unless you've actually gone through it, we can only imagine what you're going through, and I thank all the firefighters and all of those that are involved with helping put the fires out and keeping everyone's houses and properties and lives safe. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I know that's something that the rest of Australia really feels appreciative of, for all the rural firefighters, all those guys out there really risking their own lives to help other people. It's the one great thing to see that's coming from this fire, is how we all band together and how we can all get together to really boost and support each other. So that is the one good thing coming out of such a devastating event that's happening at the moment. So in saying that, welcome to 2020. It's so good to see you, and it's so good to connect again for the new year and start with afresh and start with what's happening for the new year. So my question to you is, hi Rose, hi Miranda, so great to see you. Happy New Year and welcome to 2020. So my question to you is, have you created New Year's resolutions? So many of us create New Year's resolutions, and when we do that, we sort of have good intentions at the start of the year. When we first do it on New Year's Eve, when we're all hyped up, we have great intentions of making changes in our lives and doing something that we didn't do the year before. And so many of us tend to go, okay, this year's New Year's resolution, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And usually by the end of January, those resolutions have fallen aside. We forget about them. We then get caught up in life, we get caught up in work, our kids, everything else that goes on. So, and I know from a point of view of myself, I never liked to make New Year's resolutions because I always felt like it was part of that failure thing. Like if you didn't get to keep it up and you told other people about it and you didn't get to keep it up, then to me it was a bit of a failure. That was just what was in my mind from seeing other family members do this year in, year out. So in my mind, over the years, what I've done is I've recreated it. Instead of saying, okay, I'm going to do a New Year's resolution, it's like, well, what goals do I have for this year? What goals do I want to achieve? What do I want to put into place? What do I want to achieve? How do I want to change my life for the better for this year? So I call it goals, and then that gives me something to strive towards. That gives me something to go, right, if that's the case, let's do this, this, and this to get to that goal. And that's an easier way for me to think about it in my mind. So if it's an easier way for you to think about it and have that commitment there with that, then please go ahead and use the goals as a different word instead of resolutions. Hi Lee, so good to see you, sweetheart. So what are your New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals, and what have you put into your life this year that you want to do? So for some people it's, okay, I want to exercise more, I want to lose weight, I want to eat healthy, I want to get, some people it's, I want to get more energy, some people it's, I don't want to repeat last year where I was sick for half the year. It's whatever it is that in your life is going on that you can create that kind of situation for going on. So like I said, it might be weight loss, it might be healthy eating, but so what can you do for you? So think about the change that you want in your life. What do you want it to do? What can you do for yourself to make you, or not to make you, but to help you create this change? Because change can sometimes be a scary word as well. So when we think about these, they're all just words, so let's use different words to help you put all of these ideas or goals into play. So like I said, I call them goals. So I'm going to keep calling them goals for the rest of this process, because that's just in my mind how I talk about it. So then when you have a goal and you look at what you're going to do for the year, okay, this is my goal. My goal is, let's pick exercise. So my goal is to exercise more regularly. Now with that, then I go, well, okay, well, what do I have to do to put this into play? So we need to have exercise clothes. We need to have an idea of what kind of exercise we want to do. What do I enjoy when I do exercise? Is there anyone else that can help me do that? So when you break it down and you have those little steps to do with the goal, then that can help you put it more into play and to give you more inspiration to do it and to keep it going, because the whole point of a goal is to get to that end result. But also part of that is to then make it routine. So not only just going, okay, let's make this New Year's resolution, let's make this goal, and let's go, okay, we've achieved it or we didn't achieve it, let's let it fall by the wayside again. It's about, let's make it routine. So if we've got a goal and we want something to change, we need to do something day in, day out. So when we're talking routines, what do you do in your life that's a routine? So you get up in the morning, you might go to the toilet, you might have some breakfast and then clean your teeth. Now when you're a child, you would have been told, get up out of bed, go to the toilet, get dressed, clean your teeth. You would have been told all of those things by your parent until it became routine, and then your parents didn't have to tell you that again, hopefully. That you're not 40 years old and still have to be told that, but that's what we want, is a routine to happen. So in the same space with these New Year's resolutions or goals, we want to create little steps that we do every day that then become routine. So let's take the exercise, for example. Let's put the clothes out the night before. That way, for me, I exercise in the mornings, it's always the easiest part for me. So I put my clothes out the night before. If I've got a personal training session first up, I do set an alarm. I always get up before my alarm, but I do set an alarm. And so on my phone will go off and ping at me and say, hey, it's personal training time. But like I said, I'm normally up before that because it's a routine. Whereas at the beginning, I used to rely on the phone to go, okay, it's a personal training time. If I don't have personal training, then I usually go for my walk. And any of you that have watched me speak a lot before or know me know that I love my walks. So my walks aren't as a specific time as personal training. It is when I get up, and it's anywhere from 4:30 to 5:30 that I start to go for a walk and really enjoy that space. So I don't really set an alarm for that. However, if you're finding it hard to get up in the morning, or at the end of work you think, I'm going to do it at the end after I finish work or at the end of the day, then set an alarm. Set an alarm to remind you, because sometimes life gets in the way. So sometimes we find that there's other things that get in the way and we go, oh, we're too tired, or we've worked too much, we've worked over a bit too long, or we've got other things to do with the kids. So find or create that space where you create that alarm to set that this is what I'm going to do. And like I said, eventually your body will tell you. You don't need the alarm so much. So like myself in the mornings, I don't need my alarm. I still do it out of habit, but my body has got into that habit of waking up before my alarm going, okay, today we're exercising, isn't it great? And that's been habit. And so I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but it's definitely got into the habit over time. Now, a habit is easy to create. We just need to create it for about 21 days. Longer is always better, but if you can do something consistently for 21 days, it will become more of a habit and your body will get into the rhythm and routine of doing that. So back to the exercise. So you might set an alarm to get up and to go exercising. If you find that motivation's quite low, find a buddy, find someone to exercise with. Sometimes going to a gym and finding someone else at the gym that's got common interests to you, or I've got a client that goes for a walk with a friend, with a girlfriend, and they get together 3 to 4 times a week, depending on their family workload, I should say. But they'll get together a minimum of 3 times a week, preferably 4, and they'll go for a walk first thing in the morning, and they will just have a beautiful chat. They'll just talk about the day, talk about their lives, really support each other. And my client actually really looks forward to doing that. So she's gone from not wanting to exercise, not wanting to even conceive the idea of going, I've got to get up every morning, to now going, oh great, I get to go and speak with X about all of these things that have been happening in my life, and I get to hear about her life, and I get to hear about how great everything is. So she really does enjoy that, and it has become a habit for her. And if you've got a buddy like that, when you are a little bit tired or unmotivated, that buddy can help you out, and vice versa. So in that kind of situation with the exercise, having someone that makes you accountable is a great way to do it. So just think about the things or the little steps that you can do to create your goal and to make it a habit for the long term. If we think about, okay, the goal, some people's goal is healthy eating. I want to eat healthier this year. But the problem with eating during the year is we get tired, we get to the end of the day and go, we're too tired, I cannot be bothered thinking about what I'm going to cook, I don't know if I've got all my ingredients, I don't feel like going down the shops to go and get the ingredients. So a lot of people go, well, stuff it. I'm just going to grab something quick and easy on the way home, or I'll just get delivery, that kind of thing. So when that's happening and when you're feeling tired, let's look at pre-planning that. So the goal is to eat healthy. Let's make the small steps towards that goal of going, well, let's spend 15 minutes a week, just a week, planning the meals. So you might plan out 7 dinners. And then as part of that, some of those dinners you might use for leftovers the next day. So then you might only need to plan about 3 to 4 lunches. And if you've got breakfast, most people have a regular kind of breakfast that they enjoy. If you don't, then smoothies are a great way to get things to use in the morning for a breakfast, because you can put so many nutritious foods into there, and you can have it when you're a little bit time poor and don't feel like cooking something, or want something that's beautiful in taste and nutritious but really don't have time to go and put something larger together. So looking at a meal plan that's got, say, like I said, seven dinners and four lunches. And then you could have 2 to 3 different kinds of breakfasts if you like the variety. And using that meal plan, and then each week you can change it around to whatever you like as far as your taste buds, what your family feels like that week. And by the time you've gone through 4 weeks of doing this, you've got a lot of different recipes that you can just interchange. And so eventually it will actually take you less than 15 minutes a week to do this. Once you've planned out your meals and you go, okay, for this week we're going to have these meals, these 7 dinners over the next 7 days, and we're going to have some lunches as leftovers. And that's what we're going to put together. So then you can go, okay, I'm going to create my grocery list. Makes it so much easier when you do go to your groceries that you go, these are the ingredients I need this week, and that's it. So you save time, you save money, and you don't have to worry about throwing things out or running out of food, because you've pre-planned everything. And once you do this for a few weeks, it gets really easy to keep planning and to keep going with. And then at the end of the day, when you do get home and you go, I'm a little bit tired, you might have a meal there that you go, oh look, okay, I can just throw this together. Or if you're getting home, if you've got one day of a week where you're getting home late, you've had a big day at work, or you've got a lot of things after school activities with the kids, or you've been to the gym, you might have a meal that's either quick and easy, or it might be leftovers from a previous night that you've frozen. So that makes it easier. And if it's packed with vegetables and it's packed with great nutrition that comes from your salad, fruits and the veggies, then you're getting your nutrition. Rather than it being sugar-based and going for that quick sugar hit to keep you going while you're having that energy slump. So just planning out those meals is an easier way to create that healthy eating plan. And by doing this, you can create routine. So you don't have to worry about it being a New Year's resolution. It's creating that routine. It's creating those healthy habits that you're looking for. So just looking at what is your goal for this year? What is it that you want to do, that you want to get, attract health and well-being into your life? What is it that you want in your life? And then look at, okay, this is the goal. I want to lose weight. I want to eat healthier. I want to have more energy. Then look at the steps that you can do to do that. If it's more energy and you're sleeping badly, then creating steps where you're going to bed a little bit, you're going to bed at reasonable hours instead of going to bed at all different times, or creating the space where you have the darkness in the evenings, so that you're not watching TV or being on a computer or a smartphone where it's got the blue light that's stopping you from creating the sleep hormones and stopping you from going to sleep. So it's just little steps like that to create a big picture. The big picture is the goal or the New Year's resolution, and then doing it regularly enough that you create the habit. And that's all it is. If we break it down simply and we make the habits, we then don't have to think about it, because once it's a habit, you don't have to think about it. So it's like the cleaning of the teeth. You do it automatically. Half the time you probably don't even realize whether you have cleaned your teeth or not, because it is part of your routine of the morning. So make health your routine of your life. Make it that it's part of your everyday life that you don't need to think about anymore. And then it becomes so easy. And then you can enjoy the rest of the things in your life because you know this is covered. You know you've covered all your bases. So I hope I've been able to give you a bit of inspiration about how to stick to those New Year's resolutions and how to create new routines. And just keep it going for that 21 to 28 days. It will become part of your daily life. And the more you can keep that going and make things easy for yourself, the easier it is for you to stick with these health goals and New Year's resolutions. I hope you get all of your dreams and all of your aspirations that you've got for this year. I hope they all come true this year. 2020 is going to be an amazing year. There is so much happening that I've got planned for this year, and I really look forward to explaining that all with you. So, as things come up. So there's a lot of new things coming up starting in February. So I'm really looking forward to that. And again, I'm creating new routines to put these kinds of projects into play. So that's part of my process this year as well, is to create those routines for this. So that'll be fabulous. So I look forward to seeing and hearing more of you over the next 2020. Please make some comments, give some love, share with others what you're doing in your life to create habits and to what goals you have, because when we tell others about the goals or the New Year's resolutions we have, we actually can stick to them a little bit more. So create some comments. Tell me what you want to do for this year so that we can all help each other and support each other in creating a happier, healthier life. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.